Imagine earning over $1 million, enough to make your friends envious, your family proud, and strangers on the internet desperate to know your secret. But what if that fortune didn't come from a high-powered job, a lucky inheritance, or even a lottery ticket? No real job, no inheritance, not even a business to your name. Just a carefully crafted illusion, spun from the comfort of your own home. Not even a real identity. Just a digital mask, hiding the truth from the world. This is the true, shocking story of Ava, a digital ghost who convinced 500,000 people she was a globe-trotting heiress. She built an empire on likes, shares, and the power of suggestion. She posted from private jets she never flew on, crafting the perfect shot to make her followers believe she was living the dream. She wore designer clothes she returned the very next day, always keeping up appearances for her growing audience. And she sold lifestyle guides for a life she never lived, promising secrets to success she never actually achieved. Her followers paid hundreds, sometimes thousands, just to glimpse her world, a world built on filtered squares and fantasy. They believed in her story, hoping to unlock the same glamorous life. The money was real, flowing from ordinary people to a master of digital smoke and mirrors. Every like, every comment, every dollar added to her illusion. Ava's deception was relentless, staging photo shoots in rented hotels, borrowing luxury cars, and always searching for the next backdrop to keep her fantasy alive. She spent countless hours editing captions, perfecting every detail, and responding to fans who saw her as a role model. She was the writer, director, and star of her own fictional life, captivating an audience with a set made of cardboard and glue. Every post was a performance, every story a script. Her story exposes the fragile line between aspiration and outright fraud in our hyper-digital age, where reality is often just another filter away. Ava's rise and fall is a map of the internet's most dangerous territories, a cautionary tale about how easy it is to lose ourselves in the stories we want to believe. Ava's transformation began with erasing her ordinary past, deleting old profiles, becoming a ghost in her own history. She scrolled through years of memories, removing every trace of her former self, from awkward teenage photos to forgotten status updates. It was a digital cleansing, a ritual of letting go, and with each deletion, she felt herself slipping further from the person she used to be. The process was painstaking, but necessary. Ava knew that to reinvent herself, she had to vanish first. She launched a new Instagram with a mysterious European-sounding username and invented a backstory, one that hinted at a reclusive family, a hidden fortune, and a childhood spent in the shadowy halls of Swiss boarding schools. Every detail was carefully chosen to intrigue, to invite curiosity, but never scrutiny. She even researched the names of real schools and luxury brands, weaving them into her posts to add authenticity. Her captions hinted at privilege and loneliness, just specific enough to feel real, but impossible to fact-check. She wrote about longing for home, about the isolation of privilege and the bittersweet taste of freedom. Each post was a puzzle, inviting followers to fill in the blanks with their own imagination. Without the means to live her fantasy, Ava became an expert in illusion, booking cheap hotel rooms for photos, making a single designer item look like a collection. She'd borrow clothes, rearrange furniture, and use clever angles to create the illusion of endless luxury. Every image was staged, every detail curated to perfection. She'd order one glass of champagne, take a photo, and stretch it for weeks. Sometimes she'd change the filter or crop the image differently, making it seem like a new experience each time. Her followers never suspected the truth behind the glamour. Her persona was effortless grace with a touch of melancholy, never flashy, always relatable. She posted about quiet mornings, about feeling out of place in crowded rooms, about searching for meaning in a world obsessed with appearances. She paired yacht photos with captions about feeling lost, blending privilege with vulnerability. The contrast made her seem both enviable and achingly human, someone who had everything but still longed for connection. This mix made followers feel connected, not just envious. They saw themselves in her struggles, even as they admired her lifestyle. Ava's story became a mirror for their own hopes and insecurities. Ava's secret weapon was making her fantasy seem attainable and deeply personal. She replied to comments, shared snippets of her real life, and always left room for her audience to dream alongside her. The more she shared, the easier it was for her audience to believe. With every post, Ava blurred the line between reality and fiction, crafting a digital ghost that felt more alive than the person she left behind. Ava's main tactic was luxury laundering, buying designer clothes on credit, photographing them, then returning everything. Her closet was empty, but her feed overflowed with high-end looks. She rented private jets and luxury cars for photo shoots, creating the illusion of endless wealth. Stock photos and staged airport shots made her travels seem real. She even faked a glamorous social circle, cropping photos at events to imply friendships with celebrities. Tagging big accounts and leveraging social proof, she built credibility by association. Ava rented the scenery of a rich life, one frame at a time. Why did so many believe Ava? Aspirational identification. Her followers saw the life they wanted. Her posts offered daily escapism, letting people imagine themselves in her shoes. Social media platforms encourage this suspension of disbelief. Glossy images are accepted as truth. Ava's growing follower count became its own proof. If so many believed, she must be real. Each like and comment amplified her credibility, creating an echo chamber of validation. She shared curated vulnerability, struggles, and loneliness, making followers feel like confidants. This emotional bond made them less likely to question her story. Parasocial relationships blurred the line between fan and friend. Her audience wasn't just watching, they felt invested in her life. The illusion was powerful because it was personal. Ava's audience was a vibrant tapestry. Young women idolized her, seeing in her a living blueprint for the kind of success they dreamed about. Her posts weren't just content, they were inspiration, a daily reminder that their own ambitions might be within reach if they followed her path. Aspirational consumers flocked to her for luxury tips, trusting her recommendations as authentic and eagerly awaiting her next reveal. For them, Ava's lifestyle was a window into a world of exclusivity, and her advice felt like a personal invitation to join it. Some were skeptics, entertained by her over-the-top posts and dramatic stories. They questioned her authenticity, but their constant engagement, liking, sharing, and commenting, still boosted her legitimacy in the eyes of the algorithm and the public. Small business owners and aspiring influencers saw her as a guru, investing in her ebooks and workshops, hoping to unlock the secrets behind her meteoric rise. They studied her every move, believing that with the right guidance, they too could replicate her success. These groups, devoted fans, curious onlookers, and vulnerable dreamers, were the pillars of her empire. Each played a role in amplifying her reach, making her seem larger than life. Her influence was built on admiration, curiosity, and the tantalizing promise of secrets to success. She cultivated a sense of community, making followers feel seen and heard, even as she carefully curated her image. Even the skeptics, with their critical comments and debates, contributed to her numbers, making her more attractive to brands eager for exposure. Every interaction, positive or negative, added to her perceived value. The more diverse her following became, the more powerful her illusion of universal appeal grew. She was everywhere, to everyone, a chameleon adapting to each audience. Ava's web of followers was both her shield and her source of income, protecting her from scrutiny while fueling her lavish lifestyle. They weren't just an audience, they were the foundation of her carefully constructed fraud, the living proof that in the world of social media, perception is everything. Ava's first profits came from brand partnerships. Companies paid thousands for access to her exclusive audience. The illusion of wealth attracted more deals, fueling a cycle of deception. She sold digital products, guides and ebooks promising the secrets to her lifestyle, filled with generic advice. Hundreds paid real money for a fantasy. Her priciest scam, workshops charging up to $500 for branding advice, which delivered nothing but disappointment. Attendees left feeling cheated, some financially devastated. Brands suffered too, their reputations damaged by association. The ripple effects were wide. Followers lost money and hope, brands lost trust. Ava's empire was built on selling dreams that never existed. The cost was real, and the damage lasting. Ava's empire began to crumble when workshop victims spoke out, sharing their stories online. A viral blog post exposed her as a scam, sparking a wave of digital sleuthing. Online detectives uncovered stock photos, rental receipts, and her old, ordinary social media profiles. Leaked messages revealed her plan to fake a persona for profit. The evidence was compiled into a viral exposé, reaching millions. A major journalist picked up the story, confirming the fraud with brands and venues. The truth was undeniable. Ava's entire life was a fabrication. Her followers abandoned her, and her digital world collapsed overnight. The Instagram heiress was unmasked as a master con artist. Her dream became a global cautionary tale. The house of cards fell, and there was no rebuilding it. The fallout was swift. Ava lost hundreds of thousands of followers in all brand deals. She was blacklisted, her name synonymous with fraud. Online harassment and doxing made her life unbearable. She became a pariah, isolated and alone. Victims felt vindicated but also embarrassed, some pursuing legal action to recover their losses. The exposé shattered trust in influencer culture, making followers more skeptical. Brands reevaluated their marketing, wary of future scams. Ava's story forced a reckoning about authenticity online. Other influencers faced increased scrutiny as the industry changed. The Instagram heiress became a case study in the dangers of digital deception. Ava vanished, her account a silent monument to a life that never existed. Ava's story is a mirror, reflecting our culture's obsession with image over substance. She proved that perception is currency online, and anyone can mint it. The lesson isn't just don't lie, it's to question the digital images we consume. Social media is a highlight reel, not a window to the soul. Parasocial bonds make us vulnerable to manipulation and fantasy. True connection requires authenticity, not curated perfection. Ava's empire was built on sand. Our lives should be built on real effort and honest relationships. The antidote to digital illusion is investing in genuine experiences and connections. For more deep dives into the hidden world of social media, subscribe.